Dude. Okay, trying this again.
It is said.
Dude. What should your FPS be? Yo. That's bad. Yo. Never mind. It's sorted it out. I changed the server that I'm streaming to.
It is said that wars are only won upon the anvil of honor.
Others believe victory requires strategy and a mastery of power.
War is deception. A game played best from the shadows.
Only strength and raw power can assure total dominance.
But of course, you could forget all that and just have fun! Hearthstone! Heroes of Warcraft.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a little bit of a show match for you guys between Skunksy and Fuffer, just to give our players a little bit of a break here. The people that are busy spectating outside, in case you didn't know, Fuffer has basically said that if you can find every single misplay that he does, he'll give you 10 Rand. Okay? So there's something for you guys to make some extra cash money to possibly do whatever you want, maybe some supper or whatever. Skunksy unfortunately doesn't make any misplays because he's also with the Horde. So what we're going to do is Skunksy's going to be at the bottom, Fuffer's going to be at the top, and as soon as Skunksy feels that I'm worthy of his invite, he will send me one. Little friendly banter there between the two players.
Eh?
Oh, it's so cute. So yeah, guys, I've got Grays or Schooled or Gregory, however you want to call him, here with me. So that everybody knows the classes that we have for our players. Fuffer has chosen Shaman because he's a noob, Hunter because he's a noob, Druid because he tries to be a proper player and his warrior was banned. And then we've got Skunksy who's playing warrior. We don't know why he can't play warrior. We've got Hunter, we've got Mage, and then his Shaman was banned, but we know he likes face deck. So this is basically just going to be a face rush to see who can finish each other off quicker.
Unless Yogi's played.
Unless Yogi's played. But as soon as Skunksy sends me his invite, Skunksy has invited me to his game. We're jumping onto him right now. And we're just waiting to get into game. We're just tightening now hinges, and we are in game. And Fuffer has now sent us the invite. So, guys, remember, the bet there is that if you can pick up every single one of Fuffer's misplays and point them out to him after this game, he'll give you 10 Rand per misplay.
10 Rand per misplay.
Per misplay.
Is this like a?
I've put it as a low amount because he misplays a lot.
Oh.
So, all right. So we can see. Okay, Skunksy is pretty much playing mid-range Hunter here. We've also then got Fuffer who's playing Token Druid.
Yeah.
There's pretty much a straight up, match here. I personally feel that this could be a little bit more favored for the Hunter. You can see Skunksy using his legendary card back because he's a pro, and then you've got Fuffer who's decided to use his power core back. Skunksy, unfortunately, not having a turn 1 play here, no fiery bats or anything. But I wonder what Fuffer is planning on doing
He's
here.
just going to play his teacher, right?
Yeah, coining out an innovating Violet teacher is actually really, really strong here. A really big minion on board that, as a hunter you can't deal with right now. Top deck of King's Alec. And unfortunately, Yogg kind of beats Flame Juggler. So you're going to see a Raven Idol, probably for a spell as well.
More than likely.
Force of Nature, Healing Touch, and Naturalize. Not really the greatest choices, but I think Force of Nature is probably going to be the best one because of Soul of the Forest and everything. He's decided to go for Healing Touch.
Healing touch, right? The only reason he would have probably taken the healing touch is later on in the game. And they get to that point where the druid runs out of health, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. Sorry, guys. We're just going to add some music here, so we can hear some things. Okay, so we've got the huge toad that's been now thrown down here. Skunk's his first real minion that he's been able to play, so we're going to see what happens from here. Fafos decided to, instead of attacking with the 2/1/1s first to maximize damage, he's decided to do that. So, guys, misplay number 1, 10 Rand for the person that identifies each and every single one. Alright. So we now got Skunksy. He doesn't really have much he can do here. I mean, the quick shot, just there's no value towards it here. Kill command, there's nothing he can do here. Like,
Probably hero power.
honestly, like the only real thing he can do is hero power. Both players have also said that if they're running Yogg in their deck, and when Yogg is green, they will be playing it.
When Yogg is green.
When Yogg is green, they're playing it. So that's pretty much when. Quick shot on a 1/1. Only reason I can expect it like that is because he's worried about Soul of the Forest or whatever, and it's just going to be more 2/2s to actually worry about. Oh, here there's just no other option except for basically shapeshift, and then going face with both the apprentices as well as the Violet Teacher. And it looks at this stage that, Skunksy may be able to pull something back from this point onwards. He will be able to at least get a decent minion down now. Also an activator for kill command as well.
Gotta go with the Tiger here.
Tiger?
No, Strangle. Yeah.
But why? Like, you're stampeding Coda, you're going to be clearing a minion on the board as well. I guess it's not stealth, so it could be a potential reason why
Just
you want to do
stronger
that.
minion on board.
Okay. Alright, so now I got the Eagle Horn Bow. Easiest, kill command. Is Skunks is going for the 50-50 with the Flame Juggler?
And RNG is in his
With him.
favor.
Oh, wow. Skunks is not used to this kind of thing, considering his RNG at times is,
Above average.
I would say highly mediocre at best. Highly mediocre at best, but there we go. Flame Juggler actually going in the way of Skunksy's side, clearing out the little 1/1 apprentice. And now Fuff is sitting thinking about what he could possibly do here. I'd say because he's got Yogg in the hand, he just needs to ramp up to get to Yogg, because everybody loves watching a terrible Yogg. Can't even lie. It's Yogg can be so terrible at times. We've got to worry about the Stranglethorn Tiger now as well.
The Nourish would probably be the best move here.
I think he's also trying to just minimize as much damage as well, get rid of the beasts that are on board as well. So by doing this, he does take 5 to face or whatever, but in the end, the board is now clear. He's only on he's still on 25, so he's on a fresh health pool as well. So considering Skunksy's turn, I think just
Keep on curve.
yeah,
Play
use your mana wisely, and just pass your turn after, just like he has done. Okay. We're going to play it uprooted, right? Damn. Okay. So Fafa's second misplay, he played the Ancient of War, not uprooted, and that's a problem. Again, guys, just remember this. So we've got Houndmaster now that is decided to taunt up. The question is he going to attack? I think he's a little concerned.
I think he'll just keep it. I mean, it's just giving him stronger board control.
Yeah, I think, also, I don't think he should really attack into it. He might be considering it because maybe allowing it easier trade later. He possibly is thinking, how do I, mess this up? Things like Feral Rage could potentially cost him, etc. Feral Rage, using it, to deal 4 damage and then using hero power.
Yeah, sure.
There's also things like, another swipe, at the moment, Starfall even, Starfire, anything like that. So, in the end, choosing not to, though.
Nourish, straight off the bat. Not into Violet Teacher first. Yeah.
But is he going to go Violet Teacher, Innovate into Nourish?
Yeah. No, he's feeling more confident on playing the Nourish.
Fafa thinking about the Nourish play here, guys. Will be interesting to see. What has he decided to do? He's decided to draw some cards, as this is card stone. He's picked up 2 Wraths as well as another Power of the Wild, which is pretty decent.
Yeah, I can get control of the board again.
Most definitely. He can get board control back from this point. And he decides to now trade in as well. And let's see what he decides to do here. Unfortunately, Skunksy is looking rather low on health. He's decided to go face. He's putting him onto 10. The 2 Power of the Wilds. There's a Feral Rage and everything. And it's going to hit the face.
In this situation, playing the Stampeding Coda has to go for the minion on board.
Yeah, I think at this stage you're basically looking for some sort of minion presence, just trying to get some sort of board presence, keeping control of the board. Because you know at this stage Skunks is actually sitting quite healthy in terms of board, but unfortunately his health pool on the other hand is not nearly as great. But next turn we're most likely going to see like Violet Teacher shenanigans.
Yeah, he just drew into an Emperor there, huh?
Yeah, but you just died to like kill command stuff.
It's true.
So I think maybe going for board, what is he going to do? He's going to Wrath away, obviously, for 3. There's no reason that you don't Wrath away for 3 here. Oh man, Blizzard Bugs. Come on, go away. Please, please. Okay.
I think he goes for the second Wrath here.
Yeah. I wish we could go for the cards vacating away from the screen here as well at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. I feel double Wrath clearing the board. And then an Innovate.
Yeah.
Power of the Wild.
And buff minions.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. That's actually a very good play here by Fafa. It's now putting, you know, pressure onto Skunksy to actually win.
It is
Unfortunately, there is no way that Skunksy can actually safely clear this board without putting himself into lethal range.
I thought that you said that either way
Wait.
he's going to play.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't get to Yogg just
Yeah.
yet. Yogg, unfortunately, not being played. So that's another 10 rand if people can point it out correctly. So Fafa going 1-0 up in this little bit of a show match. Where is the scores here? All right. So we've got Fafa that's gone 1-0 up with his Druid. He's got to stick with it. Skunksy, unfortunately, losing out with his Hunter. Ineligible for the next game. But considering that he's now played the Druid.
Yes.
Skunksy's got Warrior and Mage left. What do you feel is like the best matchup for that?
For that specifically, I'd probably go with the Mage.
And Skunksy's decided that he also feels like it's the right thing. And he's thinking that Khadgar's going to actually trump Malfurion in this little meet here. Okay.
It's all about the better tempo now.
It's pretty much going to come down to that. Fafa going second, so he's got coin. He's decided to keep his entire hand. That's pretty brave. Oh, he's decided to throw his, the whole hand. Okay. Or just the one, the Fandral or something. Okay. That's what I say. So you definitely play Mana Web. Third one. Alright. So for now, Fafa's hand is, you can either go Living Roots, or you can play Raven Idol.
Yeah.
If he picks up Arcane Missiles, it's bad. I'm sorry.
Speak of the devil, eh?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, guys. And it's going to clear the board.
Wow.
And
Just calling them RNG today, hey?
yeah, yeah, I've called this now as well a couple of times. Skunks, thinking about playing the mirror image or not? It's a debatable thing. I mean, but if you're doing it, then you shouldn't have attacked.
Yeah. The thing is, when you do play that type of play, you're running out of cards in your hand, so you don't really want to show the other player that.
I agree. Well, the fact now is that that Fafa's gone for that, you know, it must be an indication to Skunksy. Either he's going to have some way to deal with it.
Does he go all in? Of course he does.
Of course. Why do you never go in? That's Skunksy. The only thing he knows about is face. So, going face. 19. Now Fafa's got a bit of a choice as to how he clears this board.
How does he start it?
He needs to Ravel Idol. Oh, he's going to
Just
coin.
swipe.
Just coin swipe. It's not a bad clear. Still leaving quite a bit on the board. Oh. Okay.
Straight to the face.
So you definitely do that. You then ping him. And you continuously push him further down, leaving him on something stupid like 8. And now that Fafa is on 8, frozen on turn 4.
I think you try the idol here and see if you can, or not.
You need to clear the board. There's just too much damage on you at the moment. And he's deciding that that some card draw is worthwhile. He's going to discover a spell here, I suspect. I think he needs to go for the Feral Rage here.
Just to heal up.
Potentially.
Yeah, nothing.
Question is, he can do 5 damage to him, but he might need that Arcane Blast a little bit later. So, do you actually Arcane Blast one of your own mirror images? I think it's like Skunksy's trying to think about it, like, you know, this is actually worthwhile doing. Let's go for it. And pushing another 5 damage, leaving Fafa on 3. Interesting. Now there's a swipe that's been picked up. You're pretty much dead to any sort of burn.
Yeah.
Okay. Swipe
not-
clearing the board here for Fafa.
Still no innovating to Feral Rage.
By the way, guys, what Skunksy's doing right now is just considered absolute BM. He's now going to innovate into the Feral Rage for the health. Evolve Scales. Now, I wonder if this is not the way that Skunksy actually ends up losing this.
The backfire.
It does come down to, it might be potentially like that in the end. But yeah, so Skunksy's actually sitting in a very tough position at the moment. The Arcane Blast really doesn't do too much in his hand at the moment. The Arcane Missiles, you could use them. So he's going to go Arcane Blast, ping it, as well as potentially clear it. Otherwise, he's going to deal 3 damage to face. So, of course, it's going to clear it. And so we're sitting on Fafa on 8 health. I think he might just play the Maya Keeper. He has to.
Wanna play Emperor?
Emperor's also a choice as well. It really depends, though. I think Fafa's decided, you know what, Emperor's a decent threat on the board. It's going to prove him a little bit more in the long run. Okay, so here we go. Skunksy's got some card draw. And he's going to go digging for more card draw and mirror images. Okay, so digging through his deck is actually not a bad thing. Ooh.
Potential lethal next turn, maybe.
Depending on how the juggles go. So Fafa really, he has to use hero power this turn. He doesn't really have a choice. But my keepers with slimes are really going to mess his plan around. Still, there's 6, 8. So, still, Frostbolt wins the game.
And to speak of the devil.
So there we go. Frostbolt being flipped up there by Skunksy, and he's able to tie up the series 1-1 with his mage, going balls to the wall right from the get-go. And it actually pays off for him, picking up the win there with his mage, knocking Fuffa's Druid out. So, what do you make of that game, old Greg, dude?
Look, he went all in at the beginning and he just kept his head in that direction, and the game produced him a win by going face.
Yeah, pretty much. I think producing face was, going face was actually very, very key there. And you know what? In the end, it proved that what he had to do. It was just something he had to do, and he did it. And look how it turned out. So Fafa is playing a shaman with the Centennial, as well as a little bit of Overload, as shaman always does have. Skunksy potentially. I was just going to say, maybe he's hoping to dig for the another mana worm, so he could go mana worm, coin mana worm.
You weren't joking when you said that these two guys really love going face.
Both of these guys enjoy face. Skunksy's now thinking, is it worthwhile? Is it not? Now I fully agree with him on this as well. I think maybe just passing out, leaving this turn alone, going next turn, just pinging it away, right? Then you can go like turn 3 or 4. You can actually then, turn 3, you can actually go Flamemaker, coin out the arcane missiles. By doing that, you're going to be getting 7 juggles off of that as well, which could help you quite a bit in the long run as well.
Just straight rock by to clear the worm.
Yeah, I don't see anything else that you actually need the rock biter for right now. Otherwise, you're just sitting on it, and then you're going to be making awkward trades. And if you leave it up there, you're basically saying, I'm happy with you buffing him up with potential spells and everything as well. So I think actually clearing it is wise.
It's the safest thing to do at the moment on the board.
Yeah,
it's just
most
gonna
definitely.
ping off that
Yeah.
budget.
Now you just ping off the abusive, and again you just watch as Fafa crumbles under pressure and misplays. Other misplay guys, he didn't play the top decked Feral Spirits. He played the golden one first because he's trying to be pro.
I think in this situation,
Forgotten Torch is actually not bad. It clears out one of the 2/3s. It adds the Roaring Torch into your deck, so I'm pretty happy with that kind of play.
I think that the Water Elemental would have been better there because it gives him a stronger body on boards to deal with future things coming his way.
I guess it's all debatable in the long run. But do you play the Water Elemental now? Yeah. I find that fun. I mean, Skunks is playing pretty much on curve here. He's playing pretty well. Fafa, you've got him. He's overloaded for 1. He's going to go for another. Oh man, another Feral Spirits.
I think it's actually really well played in terms of Skunksy's perspective. He's just trying to conserve spells so that he can get more shots off with his Flamemaker.
I think this is where it's actually going to change. So there we go. Skunks is now going to be going balls to the wall here. You then Frostbolt. Yeah. I'm happy with Frostbolting the Totem Golem because you potential juggles like that.
And he's going all in again.
Skunksy actually didn't optimize damage as well as he should have because he actually missed 1 juggle to potential face or more face like it actually just showed there. So Skunksy has also said that he'll give you his number that you can pass around and use for 1 telemarketing company for each misplay that you spot of his as well.
I thought he was more of a one-night only type of guy.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. Okay, so Fafa now is sitting here. He's got 2 mana. Like, you're going for the totemic call. Okay, he gets the heal. Doesn't help too much, but it.
I think it was the best one for him to get in that situation.
The problem now is that we can see it. Skunksy can't. But that elemental destruction is going to cause big problems. Why did Skunksy trade like that? He's missed out on 1 additional damage.
So that's 1 number gone.
Okay, guys. Again, so Skunksy has made a misplay. Wow.
And
Fafa's just decided to overload himself for 6 next turn by the look of his play here.
Do you think he'll go for the other totem and just lock himself next turn? Fully?
Well, you'll have 2 mana for next turn, but it's a case of we'll see exactly what happens from this on out. Balls to the wall, all in. There we go. We've even got our chat saying, yep, the only way to go is actually balls to the wall. So fireballing it away, pinging. I don't even think it's worthwhile playing the mirror image.
No, well, I also disagree with that. I think that's a misplay. The only reason I say that is because you can use it for the next Flame Waker.
That's going to go face. Or not. Okay, I tried, guys. I'm not that good. I think here you just ping face. And because there's really not much else you can do. But Fafa now available, access to 9 mana. And this could cause problems. So he's going to go Tunnel Trog into Doomhammer.
And then Sir Finley, why didn't he play Sir Finley there?
Argent Squire as well as... he's not even going to go for the Ancestral Knowledge. Interesting. You see in both Feral Spirits and everything, pretty much... There's nothing else that you need to save your Flame Strike for. So Skunksy just pinging away, using Flame Strike, clearing the board. Pretty decent play there. And next turn, please let's see Yogg, please let's see Yogg, please let's see Yogg.
Yeah, we are.
Guys, if
we
you
are
want to
fans
see
of
Yogg, please can we chant for Yogg? I beg. Alright. So there's the Wrath of Air Totem that's going to come down. That makes that Lava Burst a lot more juicy, just sitting in there for that 3 mana.
What I'm surprised is how Sir Finley hasn't been played yet on the game. I mean, it's just sitting in his hand.
I don't think Fafa wants to change his hero power. Until now.
Here it comes.
Shapeshift is actually pretty useful considering you'll be able to do 2 damage extra, extra each turn with a Doom Hammer.
Greetings, fellow seeker. Time for a lesson, insolent.
Yes, we get to see Yogg, guys.
It's
Okay.
amazing.
Hellfire, nice. Farsight. Oh, it's Roaring Torch for nothing. And it's going to go face. Oh, it's cleared the board. It's got him Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh. Yogg killing himself as usual.
As per norm.
Oh, Frostbolt to face.
Right.
Drawing 4 cards. This is one of the best Yoggs I've seen. Oh, good job, Yogg. You absolute sexy beast, you. So, fantastic, Yogg, that we could hear the hey-oh from the crowd. Fantastic. Oh, the Farsight as well. Oh, man.
How's that for a recovery? Yogg wins games.
Yeah, Yogg may have actually won at 6. Yep, Yogg has pretty much won this game for him. Yeah,
He's got
it has.
mental.
He does. Is he going to go for BM? Of course he has to. He has to go for BM. And this is why Skunksy's the better player, because he practices his luck while Fafa doesn't. And in the end, Skunksy taking this the third game and leading the score now 2-1. So Fafa, why haven't you practiced your RNG? Unfortunately,
gives us a look of shame.
he unfortunately is not looking this way. I don't think he's too impressed. So that is...
And the final game is Hunter.
I think I crossed off the wrong one. Yeah, I did it previously. So there we go. That's going to be like that. So currently we're sitting 2-1. Skunksy, you know, playing again with his mage. Hopefully his RNG still serves him well leading up into this final one. Fuffa playing Camel Hunter. Interesting. Just waiting for the players to mulligan. Alright, so there we see the King's Elec. Oh man, Skunksy's got a really nice starter here.
It's true. He's going to coin out into probably the Elec.
I think Fuffa has to. I think what Skunksy will really like here is if he's able to pick up a mirror image or something. Because allow him to trade, he can be able to play both the mana worms.
And they'll both get value, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Or even a cheap spell.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, we said cheap. We never meant 7 mana cheap. Okay, so Skunksy's got a few options here. He can either continue just going balls to the wall, maybe he can ping away, go face. Alright, he'll ping at the King's Elec, trade in his mana worm. He's also got the option of the Sorcerer's Apprentice, just playing that down. And those are the only 2 real plays that I would actually consider. But it's really up to him. He's decided that, you know, Sorcerer's Apprentice, let's apply a little bit more pressure and going face for 1. Okay. So as Fuffa.
He's just going for the value game here in trading.
I don't think you have really much more option than to do that.
I think Mana Worm into ping.
Do you think Mana Worm?
Mana Worm into ping.
Oh, he's actually gone ping into Mana Worm. So
Defy the odds.
defying the odds here. Alright, so... Oh. Oh, and he gets the fiery bat as well. Okay. So. Now Skunksy's in a bit of a pickle.
Do you flame torch here and then clear the camel?
It's very questionable what you actually do here, because I mean, you still get punished a little bit by like a weapon and everything, and the 2-1 still lives. There's a couple of things which could actually be done here, but let's just actually have a see what actually, you know, Skunksy decides to do. I think Forgotten Torch is actually not a bad play.
Even if he pings the bat, it's got a chance of it hitting his worm.
Yeah, I don't think he can actually, you know, test that. Doing that is at least a little bit better. Okay, so you got Fuffa. Carrion Grub is just really, really, really good. And Fuffa's deciding that he wants to trade. Again, chat, is that right? I don't think it's right, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so Flamemaker coming down here as well as the Cold Sorcerer. And basically it's just there to really contest this board, because right now Skunksy is running a little bit low on utilities, and if you have a look here at Fuffa, he's just clear of his life here pretty much.
With the skill command.
Skill command, trade, hero power is pretty much the most optimal play here. I mean, fairly straightforward, and the Skunksy's now got to be a little bit worried. Or he doesn't really have to be if he's got the Arcane Blast.
Play the Bloods, yeah, and then ping. So Bloods into Arcane Blast, ping, face.
Yeah, he's deciding to Arcane Blast and then ping. The Blood Mage basically just played just so that he can possibly pick up a card draw. Because at the moment he's really running low on utensils. In terms of utilities, Fuffa is really ahead of this game.
Ooh, this is an interesting turn.
The Azure Drake is actually really not bad. Oh, damage, arcane missiles. Skunksy, how much do you trust your luck? How much do you trust your luck? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, don't do it. No. But seriously, there's like I agree with just pinging the high main and then just going face. Thing is, the Call of the Wild coming up soon. Do you save your flame strike for it?
Well, if that Savannah Harmain can't be dropped any other way, he's going to have to.
Okay, so there's a water elemental, and that's 6 damage to face. Next turn with Call of the Wild,
I think he played Rag here.
it's 6, 11, 12, 13. Nearly lethal. Yeah,
It is it just, what's it?
he's just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Because he's going to go for the
Deadly
deadly shot first.
Yeah, it makes more
Okay.
sense. He gets more of a board. He's going to play the Tiger with it.
Yep, Tiger here, and pretty much if Skunksy is not really able to do anything, I think he's going to be just taking this loss on the chin then as well.
Even if he goes for the Tiger here, and he does play Flame Strike next turn, he still lost this game.
Yeah, he basically needs that spell damage to clear it. But still, even then, you still got to worry about the 4 damage from the 2 hyenas that will be there. So you're buying yourself a little while now by using the Flame Strike as well as the mirror images.
I think he's going to go full in. He has to. He has no choice.
Arcane Missile RNG really
Amazing.
serving him well here. Buffer, easiest thing is just trading. Does he go for Call of the Wild? Okay,
Not.
so we're going to see the Desert Camel come down. It's still a what? Oh man, the Fiery Bat. Injured Cavolda going to be coming down now as well. We do see the Frostbolt, but I don't think this is enough. Skunksy unfortunately won't be able to do anything here. So series now tied up at 2-all. Unfortunately, Skunksy not able to take it with his mage, and Fuffa being able to bring it back. A little bit of RNG. There's pretty much everything in that game there. I'm very interested to see now what's going to happen, because Skunksy now knows it's Camel Hunter. He's playing Warrior. Warrior generally versus Hunter is normally favored, and I say normally, but that's because mid-range has always got a very good matchup against Warrior.
So this is pure face. So you won't. This is literally face a la face. So.
Yeah. So it's Dragon versus the mid-range. Skunksy unfortunately not having anything he can really. He really wants a weapon. He really is looking. He really hopes that he can pick up a weapon within the next turn or two. Alright, so Skunksy's now picked up a Dragonet Crusher. You know what? If you really want to mitigate damage, if you're really worried about it, I mean, the Blood to Echo. Yeah,
that's exactly
Blood
what
to
I was
Echo
thinking too.
is pretty much the only way that you can actually nullify a lot of it. So perfectly fine with that kind of play. She's going to go for the huge toad. I think here you basically just straight on Frothing Berserker. I don't see any,
Just
at
keeping on
this
curve,
stage,
right?
you just really want to start trying to stick to curve at the moment. I mean, Kill Command is going to get rid of it. You're going to be taking 3 to the face. But the next turn, you've got the Twilight Guardian.
Don't you think maybe playing the camel there would have been a better, more ideal?
I don't think so. I think that Frothing Berserker he's a little bit worried about, because he could, that Frothing, if you leave it for a little while, it can start turning against you very quickly.
It's true.
Fuffa's not got to be concerned about playing the camel, because he knows that Skunksy is most likely going to be able to pull out a 1-drop as
Yeah,
well.
but the thing, he probably might draw out his Sir Finley, and that could be work to his advantage. No, wait. No, maybe.
I could. It really depends on how this matchup continues going from this point. So Fuffa's decided to rather just quick shot. clear the board, then using his coin for the desert camel, and Finley coming out. The thing is though, Skunksy, I mean, like, you can trade, but the real question is like, man, it just feels...
So
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
the slam play. See what he
Yeah.
does.
Slam into like a weapon will be really, really good here for him. He's going to Ica. And then, I wonder what he's trading away here. Decided to trade away the camel. So there's only still the fiery bat that is now left here. I think Fuffa's really,
And
unfortunately, not winning the 50-50. And apparently that is astonishing to Skunksy. Alright, so Animal Companion here. I don't know why he played Animal Companion. I feel that the
Tiger was better.
I feel that the Stranglethorn Tiger might have been just a little bit of a better play at that point. Okay. So again, now it comes down to how do you actually deal with this board comfortably. You need to get rid of Leok this turn. Unfortunately, if you leave him around, he can start causing a few problems. But I mean, excuse
So
me,
you can
ladies and
get
gents.
the Korkon Elite better to play straight into Leok, keeping board
Mhm.
presence.
Potentially. It could be, but I'm also considering that, you know, you could pick up a card draw because you've got an execute as well. But then your only worry is that how do you deal with a Jaime when it comes out, especially considering the fact you haven't seen any weapons. Excuse me, ladies and gents.
So he's going to go for the Korkon.
Yep.
play.
Corkron into the Leok, armor up, and he's just going to then go face with Sir Finley. King's Elec, that's now been able to be picked up here by Fuffa, could go for the Joust, but again, he's got to be concerned that he could potentially lose it. I mean, the Stranglethorn Tiger is just so good here as well. Indy Cavalda. Alrighty, now Skunksy's in. He's sitting. Seems to be sitting in a much better position now. I mean, you can go for the Azure pick him up. You know, pick up some card draw. The thing is, though, the only thing I think that could actually help him in this sort of situation is a weapon. He hasn't seen a weapon at all yet. I mean, there's still Rag that's in his deck. There's also still Grom, most likely in the deck as well.
Yeah, and there's also Deathwing, definitely. I think personally, maybe you should go for the card draw here. It gives you something to look forward to, or you know where your deck's going for the following turn.
Yeah.
Or just playing the Dark Annoy, just keeping a big body on board.
Oh man. Apparently Fuffa's just better at RNG or top decks than what Skunksy is. I mean, that deadly shot is... Oh, that is so bleak. Waiting a little bit to actually, like, really feel like he's taunting him. He's going to push 7 here, leaving Skunksy now on 18. But no cards in hand, though. That's also a very key and important thing to remember here.
And
So
there's the Deathwing.
So we've got the Deathwing. I think here you just play Frothing. Or do you try and mitigate the damage by using an Execute?
I think that you play the Frothing and it just gives you board presence because he's got no cards in his hand.
Yeah. Well, you see, the fact that now Fuffa's picked up another Camel shows that, you know, he's definitely got another 1-drop in his deck. Unfortunately, Skunksy does not, most likely. Oh, there's no more. Okay. And Skunksy or Fuffa basically trading in the board for it. Okay. Well, here you've got a dragon. So I think playing your
Execute. Because next turn he is going to play Deathwing, so it doesn't matter what he draws.
is it really Deathwing right now?
Well, he's already played one deadly shot.
I don't know. I think the Deathwing next turn is a little bit very premature. Oh man, the Houndmaster. 4/6. Is he gonna go face there? I think going face is. I think going face there was maybe the correct turn, But you know what? Considering this now, Skunksy.
He's just going to tour up and play Corcoran.
Yeah.
And get armor.
Yeah, going for armor with the Corcron and everything. I feel like this is also a pretty decent play here by Skunksy. He's been able to at least clear the board. His Twilight Guardian trades in favorably. I mean, there's the Stranglethorn now as well. So, you know what? Next to him, we may just well see Rag.
More than likely.
I don't know if I agree with that trade so much, but I mean, Rag, armor up, you're going face with your 3-3. You've got a 50-50 to clear the Stranglethorn Tiger. And I actually think in this stage, Skunksy is actually in a driving position. Oh, Rag, you absolute beauty.
Let's see what he gets out of this quick shot.
Quick shot into
Unleash. Ooh.
Call of the Win.
Call of the Win.
And he's going to go face. And I think this is the stage where...
Deathwing. Does he come down here?
I feel like you have to. There's a Houndmaster, but whether Fuffa may not just play it. Yeah, Fuffa's definitely going to keep it for something else. Oh, there's the Win Axe. Does he use it to actually go face as well now? Yep, of course he does. He's now threatening lethal. So unless Fuffa can pick up a deadly shot, Skunksy is going to win this, and Deathwing is going to be... Okay. There's a beast with the... Taunt is cheat. I don't think Fuffa has learnt this yet from Twitch chat. Alright, so there's a Fairy Dragon. I mean, here we go. You just easily trade, you clear the board. You really cannot leave anything alive.
I also reckon that he clears with the Houndmaster with his weapon. Give him 100% board control.
Yeah, he really does need it. And, I mean, still on 9 health. There's no real way. Like, you lose to quick shot into ridiculousness. So there's the Animal Companion. He needs Misha. The Animal Companion, which says spawn a random Huff. Fuffa obviously didn't trade his cards right. I think he needs to... Oh, he didn't even want to wait for the BM. So Skunksy taking the win with Deathwing, proving that the Horde is so much better than the Alliance as well. So, you know, Skunksy taking the win there. Great games by both players. You know what? I actually wasn't surprised at all, considering that Fuffa is such a scrub at this game. He needs to learn how to play Cardstone a little bit more.
He's even walking with a little bit of shame now.
Hung his head in shame.
Yeah, literally.
Unfortunately. But you know what? A good game nevertheless. Deathwing kind of proving that Deathwing is Deathwing for a reason.
And that's why we banned Warrior.
And that is why you ban Warrior, guys. But don't go away too far. We do have the final game of the Swiss round going to be coming up in a little bit. We're going to be killing the stream just for a little while, and we'll be bringing it back. So yeah, we'll be chatting to you guys, we'll seeing you guys in a little bit. Stay tuned for the final round of the Swiss.
Love you all.